Over here in the north, we have our Protoss player. He is
LG I am first.
And down here in the south, we have our Terran player. He is
My Insanity JAGJI.
All right.
What's up, Artie?
Well, you know, I really liked JakJi's play that game until that last few moments. His SCV pull was maybe just slightly late as well.
I'm really curious about how much longer Terrans are going to do that SCV pull strategy to hit. But the whole point of that strat, guys, is you hit the Protoss right before Storm finishes, and the game just ends. And the only Terran can do this because Terrans have mules, so even if they don't have any workers mining, they can call down. Yeah, exactly. You still have some ability to make a few more units and win. But we have seen so many games where people mistime that.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get that.
You never
right.
know exactly unless you literally scan as the Twilight is being started or finished.
And I feel like on Whirlwind, this is probably one of the worst maps to do it on. It's like such a distance. There's so many ways you can interrupt the Terran or delay them from getting close to you.
Yeah, you know, I don't fault him for the choice. It's just running down into a time warp. You're never going to win a battle in a time warp as a Terran. Like
no,
time warp
never.
Time warp is one of the most powerful things in the entire game in every matchup. It's ridiculously strong, and you just never want to be in it. It's like it's actually time warp itself is so strong that it made Colossus not the best thing in PvP. Like, everyone let that sink in for a moment, how strong that is. So,
it's actually a very good way to put it.
Yeah, like to run down the ramp and fight in it. It's like it was already there when he went down.
Well, I mean, you know, what Time Warp does is it negates the fundamental, I guess you could say that the assets of what the Terran has going for him in that bio ball speed, the ability to kite,
run out of storms, or kiting away from Colossus Splash. Right. It's just all the damage will get dealt. So, oh well, you know what? It's a slight mistake, but JakJi is playing very well recently. It was a good game up to there, and I doubt that we'll see him make a mistake like that again.
All right, so we have the probe now, just checking around the outside of the Terran's base, and we have the 2 Reapers coming out here as well.
Now, I really like this build by JakJi because you know the 1 Reaper being made right off, it's kind of fallen away because you don't really see that much with it. What you really need to scout is after that timing. So a lot of Terrans have been getting the reactor and going to Reaper because then you actually get to see what they're going to do. And that's really, I like it. I'm glad that he's using this strat. He doesn't want to get caught off guard because first does mix in a lot of crazy stuff.
Now, we got a proxy pylon here early on. So we may have, you know, after this Reaper harass and scouting is done, a counterattack here from the Protoss.
Yeah.
If you remember, we did see a similar move in Game 1. But it was not timed out perfectly.
I think it might be a Stargate coming up with the placement of it. That makes most sense. It could be a Twilight, definitely not a Robo, I would say. If it's a Robo, that'd be crazy. Okay, so it's a Stargate.
Gonna go for an Oracle here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, you know what? This makes a lot of sense if the guy goes for Reaper. This is just like so good.
For sure. You know, you have a much lower Marine count, and that's kind of a funny angle that probe came in from. That may tip JakJi off slightly. Because that's not the angle from a direct scout from the main.
I think he's checking.
But you know what? Wait,
is he going to see it?
He is checking.
In the bottom right?
Yeah. You got to be really careful what angle your scouts come in from proxies.
He spotted the Stargate.
Now, does he cancel is the question.
Yeah, I would say cancel.
It looks like he's not going to.
Well, let's see.
I would want him to send a second probe right now if he was not going to cancel, because...
Well, what's weird is he let it finish and he's not making anything out of it. That might be the worst out of...
Yeah, that's a...
I believe actually either canceling or making the Oracle.
Okay, there's the Oracle.
What?
I mean, it does take a Reaper a long time to kill buildings nowadays, but...
I'm just surprised it didn't come out earlier.
There's some units coming down to help protect. So, okay, he'll save it, but... You know what? And here's the thing. Even if you know there's an Oracle's still good.
Yeah, well, I mean, he only has so much time to try to react here. Is this actually...
He did just in time.
That was close.
This guy knows his stuff, Tasus.
Now, there's a Widow Mine here. This could just... Okay, well, we're going to see here in a second. It's coming in now.
Oh, okay, well, that was a fun Oracle.
Okay.
Well, that was definitely...
That was the fail of the day. That might be the fail of the round of 32 so far.
That was...
I don't think we've seen it fail that hard.
Yeah, man. I'm a bit sad because, like, if they saw it coming, there's a chance there's going to be Widowmine. You really need to babysit because you can see the Widowmine before you get there. Even if it starts to pop up, you can actually run in time with an Oracle. So, a mistake by First, no doubt.
Well, guys, First is invested in tech at the bottom right here. That's Stargate and the Oracle, and that has done no damage here to JOGUNSHOP. So JOGUNSHOP is in great shape right now. We see he's going to be, First is going to be rushing for Blink.
Okay.
As well as armor.
That's going to help him against the drops and whatnot, because that's definitely something that's going to be hard to deal with Metavex when you open with such a quick Oracle that it's 0. I kind of like it. I think, in fact, I'm starting to think he might go like Blink and then Charge and just go kind of gateway-centric for a bit to control what's going on in the game. That's a good way to control on a map that it's hard to take a third base on, just to control the Terran, make it so they can't kill you, maybe kill off their army if they overstep even one time.
And here comes that army now to clean up the rest of this. This is all gone now. And again, JOGUNSHOP, I don't think he's going to go for that kind of timing that we saw last time. The SCV pull, very unlikely here.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll have to see about that. A lot of gateways on the way, and Immortal as well. So a lot of units going to be made by First. He knows that, you know what, getting splash damage could be precarious after such a bad start. So just make a ton of units. Just make sure you have enough that you don't die. And if he stomps a drop or two, he'll still be all right.
Okay, I don't know if he has vision of that, actually. He does not have vision of that.
He felt it then.
It's a star sense. Yeah. All right, nice. Well, he's going to drive this out, it looks like. Whoa, nice control by First, by the way.
No concussive shells yet. Uh-oh, though. These sentries, Tasteless. One does get taken out. And they're going to stem forward, get the Mothership Core as well. Pretty effective little attack thus far.
All right, the Nexus is getting low. It's almost... No, you know what? He's going to drive it out just barely, and thank God for First's sake, because losing that Nexus would be a disaster.
That would be terrible for him. And in fact, First now, he is going for that charge. He's going ahead, replacing the Mothership Core, the sentry that was killed, getting some more Immortals. So yeah, he's going to have a pretty good army overall, but if JOGUNSHOP sits back... I want to say if he sits back pretty much defensively here, Tasteless, he's going to be in great shape because he's going to have a way quicker third base. And, you know, as long as he plays in that defensive way, he's not going to lose all these units that First is going to try to be killing pretty soon.
You know, he wanted to go for that pylon for a second. It didn't work out. Now it's going to attacking over here at that Nexus in the front now. This is close. JOGUNSHOP is so close to just terminating his opponent right now.
Yeah, in fact, he's...
Pick up.
I'm a little bit surprised he got the Nexus. I guess
First,
that was good play. But no, First, I guess he just didn't. He hit right before First could warp in enough units to stop something like that. And from here, JjakJi is in such a ridiculous lead.
Well, from here, all JjakJi has to do is not make any mistakes, and he should win the game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, just play steady. In fact, it looks like he's going to try to hunt down these Immortals.
Oh, God.
Wow, this is a complete disaster. This game actually might end much quicker than we even realized. As the sentries go down, as well as the Immortals.
Yeah.
And there's nothing left. Expect GG. There it is.
That was incredible.
We're going on to the rubber match here.
Yeah. Well played by JjakJi.
Yeah.
And you know what? He may have scouted out that Stargate anyways, but the probe coming in from such an awkward angle, always going to be a mistake. Always going to be a mistake. Whether they see it or not, it's a misplay. Well, I mean...
This is anybody's game still.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that First didn't defend that. It was so obvious that JjakJi was going to come back for that Nexus.
I know, right?
It was so obvious I thought JjakJi might even skip coming back, but, you know, stemmed units deal a lot of damage very quickly, man.
Our third map is going to be Belshire Vestige.
All right. Nice map to finish this series off on. I would say
one-on-one map.
Maybe a little bit First favored here.
I think we might see a very standard game here. In each of the two games we had here, the guy who tries fancy stuff is lost.
Yeah, that is true.
Trying
fancy
and then the
early harassment and stuff. It's just not quite working out. Both players sniffing it out in time.
So, yeah, looks like the countdown started. So let's see who's going to win this. Remember, the winner is not out of the group yet. It's just our first game today. They're going to go into the winner's match. And same for the loser. The loser still has a shot. Just has to go get through the loser's match and then the final match. So we'll see. Looks like it's loaded up. So get ready, guys, for the final PBT here for the first best of 3 between First and JOGUNSHOP here at GSL Code S.